What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Salami squad around the world? The meat pack is in the building. It's your boy Mike Rogers, got Mike Richman in a cut, and we are about to be throwing bows because we got some UFC to talk about. UFC 264 going on this Saturday. Already happened, but as of right now, what is it? The second highest selling pay-per-view of all time, an electric card, Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier rubber match. But we're going to go ahead and break this whole main card down top to bottom and obviously get to this main event. But we're going to start this card off with Sean O'Malley versus Chris Matino. We said during the predictions, this Matino guy straight off the streets, quit his job to come here, throw those mitts. And let me tell you something. Obviously, the awesome fight. They won fight of the night, deservedly. This Chris Matino guy went in there and just nobody knew anything about him. He stuck in there. Like, let me tell you something. Sean O'Malley was piecing this brother up, just laying the mitts on him. Just phenomenal striking from Sean O'Malley. As always, I mean, his striking's just on another level. But this Chris Matino guy got the iron chin, ate all them shits. Eventually, he got to a TKO, which I think is good. I think that dude's brain is hurt.
Damage. Definitely stopped. I mean, Sean O'Malley set the record here for significant strikes landed and for proficiency. So he wasn't just throwing a lot of shit. He was hitting everything, and it was all in this dude's face. We're talking upwards of 270 strikes to the face in one round or one match. I mean, that's absolutely insane. That's literally a career's worth of punches. Yeah. So really the only damage O'Malley took here was to his fist, to his feet got beat up a little bit just from his volume of output. But Chris Matino is an obvious zombie, brother. I mean, that was just unreal.
His nickname.
Just getting pieced up like that and just continuing pressing forward. And I think that was part of the reason O'Malley had trouble putting the lights out, was because he was just pressing forward the whole time. O'Malley had to expend a lot of energy backing up. So obvious fight of the night here. Definitely Chris Matino needs that $75K. Shout out, welcome to the UFC, huge bonus, but I hope that pays his hospital bills, bro. I mean,
yeah, that rate for sure. Yeah, he definitely did. But I mean, I'm sure we'll see him again. They'll throw somebody else in there with him. That was entertaining.
Oh, he earned it. He earned it.
Sean O'Malley, I want to see what's next for him. But, because I think any other fighter he's knocking out there. But this Chris Matino guy just said, nope.
When you're hungry like that, bro, for a fight, you need the money. You're just going to eat that.
You're just going to eat that for sure. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next fight here. We got Irene Aldana getting a W over Yana. I don't know. I want to take you. What'd you think of this fight?
First round TKO for Aldana here. And I honestly thought it was going to go the other way. But in that first round, Irene was able to hit her with a huge flurry. Early, she landed a huge elbow. And some of the mitts on her, like her glove or whatever, landed gigantic cut across Yana's forehead, dude. 13 stitches, giant cut. I mean, nasty blood. But was just able to capitalize on top of her, got her with a flurry TKO, just got the W, bro. I mean, these Mexican fighters are starting to make a prominent.
We think Irene can pick something up in the division, possibly.
Definitely not touching that champ in my opinion, but I think in the division, yeah, I definitely think so for sure.
No, that was definitely a good fight to watch. A couple women just throwing down that octagon. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next fight, though. We got the big boys. We got Tuivasa, Greg Hardy, former NFL Pro Bowler. Just got the mitts laid on him. Just two big guys in there. We predicted this. I mean, the first round, when you see heavyweights like this, you know what I'm saying? They're just going to go out there and get swinging, try to get that knockout. And he got it. And to me, on a hit that didn't even really, wasn't even, to me, just
that's that heavyweight power.
It was that heavyweight power, and kind of brushed him up, and that was enough. I mean, usually it wasn't even necessarily a clean hit, but Greg Hardy just kind of hit the deck. And I mean, it's just heavyweight fight 101, dude. I just like seeing the big old boys get in there, bang, bro.
I mean, Tuivasa knocking out Greg Hardy and hitting shoeys for women and children all across America. Just incredible electric fight. We knew it was going to be first round or bust for both of these dudes. That's just their style. Everyone loves to hate Greg Hardy appropriately, so great to see him get his face busted up a little bit. And then Tuivasa out there hitting shoeys with the fans, hit a couple
shoeys, bro.
I mean, it's just sick, bro. Great for the brand, great for the UFC, just having another entertainment factor like that. And we can back it up by knocking out these big boys. I mean, that's just some electricity right there. I mean, he's going to start busting in that top 10 ranking. I'm not really sure how much of a skilled fighter he is. Honestly, this is one of the first times I really heard of Tai Tuivasa here, but I'm excited to see some more, dude. I'm dude just out here busting face.
Out here busting face, dude. Definitely hype to see how things are going to cook up in that heavyweight division. Gonna move on here to the co-main event, though. Welterweight bout. We had Gilbert Burns taking on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. We saw Gilbert Burns getting the win, unanimous decision. I think he was the underdog going into this fight, too, if I'm not mistaken. But my prediction with this fight was honestly, this is two guys you want to root for. I just honestly think two guys whose overall skill sets for that weight are just incredible. But both these guys do things very, very well. And I didn't really know who to root for throughout this fight. And obviously Gilbert did enough. It was a unanimous decision. And they kind of went at it, took it to the decision. But I don't know. I think Gilbert has to get another shot. But I don't think Stephen Thompson's going to go away either. These two I think just two guys. We obviously saw the odds were close, but the fight played out like that.
Yeah, definitely a low damage type fight for both of these guys. So both of them could turn around here and, get right back after it. But you kind of touched on this a little bit. Both these dudes are just experts in their style. Stephen Thompson, Wonderboy, obviously one of the best kickboxers we've ever seen in the octagon. And then Gilbert Burns on the other side is a Muay Thai champion. Literally, months ago was competing in Muay Thai, winning championships. And now he's in here fighting in the UFC. So, it just when you see those styles clash like that, two electric fighters like that, you're going to see a very cautious fight because both of them know they could get fucked up very quickly by the other one. Gilbert Burns landed, 3-4 takedowns, was able to just kind of control Stephen Thompson the whole time, ended up getting enough points to get the dub. But, we definitely want to see some bigger punches thrown here. But if this was a stand-up fight, Stephen Thompson would have pieced him up. And Gilbert Burns knew that and did what he had to do to win the fight.
Yeah, and I'm just hyped to see, if Gilbert's got to do one more, or we might get that Usman Burns too. You know what I'm saying? He probably will have to go against somebody else, but I don't know. He's the number one guy in the division.
I think Colby's up there, man.
I think Colby. They could even make that fight happen. Colby, Gilbert. That could be the final straw to see. Because after that, like I said, we need a lot more to shake up in that division for I think anyone to be able to take that from Usman. But good fight there in the welterweight division. Gilbert Burns. Let's see what they got coming up. But going to move on to the main event here, the draw of this card. Obviously, we got Mystic Mac, Dustin the Diamond, Poirier, Conor McGregor. We drawing them names. What we said? What were the numbers on that? Would you say 1.8 mil ticket?
1.8 million pay-per-view buys, second highest all time. The only pay-per-view card that was bigger was Conor versus Khabib. So Conor's just bringing in those numbers. It is what he does. Obviously, boys and girls, we saw the unfortunate, bittersweet ending after that first round. Conor just kind of snapped his shit up. We've been seeing a lot of leg injuries in the UFC lately. I don't know if you can attribute that to these people's camps not really throwing enough kicks. Maybe they're throwing too many kicks. Maybe they're not checking shit. We don't know what it is. We're just seeing some legs snap as of lately. Hate to see it happen to the sport's biggest star here. But with all things said and done, I think Dustin won the first round of that fight. So obviously he gets the W. You hate to see a fight like this magnitude end in an injury like that. We want to see a knockout one way or the other. But Dustin won that first round. He wins the fight. Just unfortunate for Mystic Mac here. Confirmed out for at least a year. Just fucked up in the leg, man. You got to build that strength up. A lot of people starting to say he was training a lot for boxing. And then in this last camp for Dustin, finally started throwing a lot of kicks. Maybe he overdid it. Maybe he had an injury in camp, tried to push through it, but leg just snapped, brother.
Yeah, and we've said before the whole time we've been covering the UFC that, this new meta with these leg kicks we've been seeing, that – obviously, those injuries happen a bit more because we've been seeing it be more effective in the ring. I said, especially during that whole COVID when the ring was smaller and they were doing it in the Apex Center there, I think. We saw leg kicks kind of just take over for a year where, if you were damaging up with those calf kicks, you're probably going to win that fight.
And Conor was beating up Dustin's legs.
He really did have some good – and we saw Dustin use that greatly in their last fight. And so, Conor, like you said, probably has never really worked kicks like that before, always relied on his strike and realized that's a big part of why he lost the second fight, decided to train that up. And, Dustin was checking him. Conor was hitting him, probably just had a little fracture, and then unfortunately just stepped back, and I watched that thing crunch on live television. I do agree, too. I think Dustin did win that first round. I do think they were going at it, though. It was a scrap.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell, bro, that was about to be an exciting fight. I really think so. And it's unfortunate McGregor's going to be out. And, you know, I'm just hearing these things circulating with McGregor just about, you know, he keeps losing. He's just like,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. He's going to be the biggest draw ever. Because, I mean, I love me some McGregor, the shit talking. We saw a little bit more of that. I thought at the end there with the wife, with the DMs, I was kind of, but
that was a little too much. How about Joe Rogan doing anything for an interview?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Conor's just probably realizing his legs just turned into paste, bro. Like, I don't know.
Say about that.
You got to talk like, nah, dude, I'm in a lot of pain right now. But I think they have to run it back. At this point, we got to get 4. I don't even know if there's ever been a 4-way.
There's never been a reason for it. You know, usually
and, honestly, I get the point here if they don't ever make it happen. Because, I mean, what if Poirier goes on to win the title? And
I think he might mess around, dude. He's obviously next in line here.
Next in line, he's going to get it. And, I mean, if Conor can recuperate and string together maybe a couple wins, because like I say, he's going to be out for a year. So, I mean, that's going to be a lot of time. A lot of things are going to happen in that division in his absence. So
you get that superstar status like that. You're never really out of the title race. You got to win 1 or 2 fights. So Conor does have that going for him, but definitely got to hit that PT right now.
Yeah, definitely need to drink some milk, get that calcium up. But all right, that being said, that was UFC 264. Awesome card to watch. We look forward to the next one, predictions, coverage, all that here with the Salami Squad. That being said, out of here.
Perfect.